All right. First and foremost, we would like to give all praise and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakwadash.
double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great example to his younger brothers, and peace and blessings, salutations. Hopefully, they got there pushing his word and truth and sincerely across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, pushing to get up out of here. All right, with GMS Mississippi Camp, and we're coming with another, all right, street sermon going into the downfall of this wicked kingdom, all right, called America, man, that's ran by these Edomites. And ultimately the downfall of this whole beast system, man, that dominates the earth, okay, and wickedness, man, okay? If brothers can get that in Sirach 10 and 4, all right, because we're living in a time where the Lord is transitioning the power of the earth from one people to another, all right? And that transfer of power is going to be from Esau, Edom, beginning with Amalek, these elite bankers, all right, to the house of David, with Yahweh Shai establishing the throne of David in the earth, man. Okay, we're living in some very heavy times, all right? Because this is the last transition of kingdoms, man. Okay?
Is it Ecclesiastes?
You get yours first.
There's a quick one. This is Psalm chapter 75, beginning at verse 6. Beginning at verse 5. All right, sorry, verse 4. I said unto the fools, deal not foolishly, and to the wicked, lift not up the horn.
Yeah, this is speaking to you devils, man. All right, because you Edomites are dealing very foolishly with your rulership. Okay, you're destroying the earth, you're destroying the people, and you're teaching society to be rebellious against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. All right, that's a very foolish move within your rulership. Is to make war with your maker, man. Okay, and this is what Esau Edom does. When someone says that they want to go get a sex change, that's like going to war with their maker. Because your maker created you, but you like, nah. That's why it's so big, the Trans Am, you know, the Transformer movement is so big, because that's a direct rebellion against the maker, man. And that's what Esau Edom is about. That's why I said his workers, you know, after the workers of Satan, which is Shaitan, which is the adversary, man. Okay?
It says, for promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south.
Yep.
But the Heavenly Father is the judge.
Yep. So promotion doesn't come from within the earth. Before a nation comes into power, it has to be ordained in the heavens. The Lord has to ordain rulership, man. Okay? The Lord has to ordain a nation to come in power and for a nation to fall. That's why a nation doesn't come into power before its time, and it doesn't go out of power before its time, man. Because it's all set up by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. All right, go ahead.
For the Heavenly Father is the judge.
Yep, the Lord is the judge. Go ahead.
He putteth down one and setteth up another.
Yeah, which means he makes the last call. He has the last say-so of who's set up and who's put down. Go ahead.
For in the hand of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua there is a cup, and the wine is red, and it is full of mixture, and he poured out of the same, but the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them.
Yeah, so the Lord, you know, likens captivity into a cup, you know, and he has passed that cup of captivity to whomever he wants, man. Just like he passed that cup of rulership to whoever he wants, man. All right, but it says the dregs thereof, which is the worst part of that cup, the wicked gonna take, man, which is you Edomites, man. Because you devils' captivity is gonna be far worse than the captivities we've been in, man. Okay? Because we're gonna be guys on earth. Yes.
Sometimes you get the next two.
Yeah. Read on there. Read to the end.
But I will declare forever, I will sing praises to the God of Jacob.
Yep.
All the horns of the wicked also will I cut off.
All the horns of the wicked will I cut off, man. And that remind you of Daniel, the 7th chapter, man. Okay? He talks about that little horn, which is America. Okay? But the Lord is going to cut all the horns of the wicked off, which means all of their authority. Okay? All of their power is going to be cut off in the earth, man. Okay? Jake tell you going to turn your water off, man. All right? You got it, brother.
But the horns of the righteous shall be exalted.
And that's going to be through Yahweh Shai. Okay? And it says that you get that Luke 168, you got one. Yeah, bring it up. Yeah.
All right, this is Zephaniah chapter 2. I'm going to start at verse 8.
Yep.
I have heard the reproach of Moabites and the reviling of the children reveling of the children of Ammon.
Yeah, so this is speaking of heathen. Matter of fact, jump up to about 6.
I wanted to start at the top, but I
We camp. Start at the top.
This is Zephaniah chapter 2. It said, gather yourselves together, gather yourselves, ye gather together, O nations not desired.
And that's us. And it's speaking of the tribes. And here it is, you have people going against the 12 tribe chart, okay? But when you look on the chart, the common theme of all these people is the less desired, man. They're the most impoverished. They're the most oppressed, man. You know? I remember when the elder brother Yashima first sent me this chart, it resonated instantly, man.
Yeah.
Like, damn, all these people, you know, you can see the common link, man, which is the curses, man. Okay? So when you see this trial, it represents Zephaniah 2:1, man. Old nation not desired, man. Okay, go ahead.
Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the shadow,
Yeah.
before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you.
Yeah, see, the Lord's gonna make a decree for judgment to proceed in the earth, man. So he's saying gather together before that decree is made.
Come on, brother.
Otherwise, I say Yahushua don't even know the time. Okay? Showing you that the Lord's going to make an act. It's going to be a time where the Lord is going to decree these things in the earth, man. Okay? Going back to the dream you had, you know, when you was upstairs and you seen, you know, the bearded man controlling the chaos, man. Okay? So that decree is going to be pronounced soon, man. It's going to be pronounced in the spiritual realm and it's going to play out in the earth. Okay? Go ahead.
Before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you.
Yeah, the fierce anger. And see, that's another thing. The people have become so proud because they really haven't felt the fierceness of the Lord's wrath in the earth, man. Okay? The Lord has just been letting wickedness, you know, reach to the heavens, man. Okay, go ahead.
Before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you.
Go ahead.
Seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth,
Yep.
which have wrought his judgment.
All you meek of the earth. You know, because coming to this ministry, we have to humble down. You know? You have to become a children, man. All right? You have to become new creatures, man. Okay? You got to pour out that old wine to accept the new. Go ahead.
Seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be ye that be hid in the day of the Lord's anger.
Yeah, be protected from the Lord's anger. Ultimately, we're going to have to be in those chariots, man. Because the ultimate anger is going to be the missiles and Yahushua and the angels, man, the heavenly hosts. That's going to be the Lord's wrath without mixture. Okay? Go ahead. Yeah.
For Gaza shall be forsaken, and Ashkelon a desolation.
And that's speaking of the actual land of Israel. Okay? When they go into the Gaza, because if you watch news, you always hear about the Gaza Strip, you know, the fighting between the Palestinians and the Israelis. Okay? So they're speaking of our actual land. And the Lord's going to clear that land out in this third world war. He's going to renovate it. He's going to cleanse it through fire, man. Okay? That's why all those, what those Israelis call hostiles, have that missile capability, man. Hezbollah, okay? Syria, all right? All those nations surrounding Israel, all right? Iran, you know, which Iran has a top-tier long-distance missile program, man. Okay? That precision-guided munitions, the PGMs, man. Iran has that on the top-tier level, man. Okay? And that's to fulfill these prophecies, man. Okay? To clear our land out from their wickedness, man. You people will be renovated, okay, will be evicted in World War III in the anger of the Lord. Go ahead.
They shall drive out Ashdod at the noonday.
Ashdod, that's the land of Judah, okay, which is in southern Israel, man. So it's going into the geographical location of our land being cleared out, man. Go ahead.
And Ekron shall be rooted up.
Go ahead.
Woe unto the inhabitants of the sea coast,
Yep.
the nations of Shariates. The word of the Lord is against you, O Canaan,
Yep.
the land of Philistine.
Yep. And they're going into Tyre and Zidon, you know, which is modern day Lebanon. And that's all our land too. Okay? Them heathens that's up there in Lebanon, that's part of our land too, man. All right? That's going to be cleared out, man. You know? Go ahead.
I will even destroy thee, that there shall be no inhabitants.
There should be no inhabitants. Those heathens going to be evicted through war.
You're gonna sweep them out.
Yeah. You're going to be melted. Okay? You're going to be part of the fertilizer, man. All right? That's what the Lord finna do in the earth, man. That's why the major thing that we speak on now is what? Prophecy, man. All right? Hold what you got right there. Get that one. You're going to go back. Do what you had.
It's Ecclesiastes chapter 10. It's Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 4.
Yeah.
The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord,
Yeah.
and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable.
Yeah, so we speaking on the process, and brothers getting Zephaniah 2. The Lord's going to set one over it that's profitable. That's your house shot. But before then, it's going to be a war. All right, that's going to clear out. All right, lands in the earth. It's going to turn America to a desert, man. Okay, the war is going to be a clean sweep of wickedness, man, to establish a kingdom in righteousness, man. Okay. It's time for the earth, all right, to flourish and give forth its strength, man. The earth is suffering under this devil rulership, man. Go ahead. You had something?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like you had said, this earth hasn't really felt the presence of the Lord in a long, long time. And when it does, it's gonna be like in the days of Egypt. This is Exodus chapter 10, verse 21.
Yeah.
And the Lord said unto Moses, stretch out thy hand towards heaven, that there may be darkness over the land of Egypt, even darkness which may be felt.
Darkness can be felt.
Ooh. Yeah, and you know, that authority when Yahweh shall send that command that death be in the land, people just dying, it's gonna be felt. People gonna know it's gonna be there's a power behind that.
Yeah, it's gonna be intentional. You got
Well, now it's gonna be thick, you know, because when you go back to that plague, it goes more into detail. You read in Wisdom of Solomon. Basically, the Lord was terrifying them with demons. It pretty much like it was a blackout throughout the land of Egypt, but it was light on our side. But he was terrifying them through visions. They were seeing shit, hearing shit. But it was a plague of darkness, but it was real thick. But it reminded me of what Apostle Hari had said. He said a while back when they used to do their studio lessons, their studio sit downs, basically how death itself is the actual spirit. You know, you got death angels, and you have even angels that sit to, you know, kill people, but death itself is a spirit. Like, so, you know, he had made the point how the Lord is going to, you know, unleash death the last time, because it's going to be the only time he need to do it like this, you know? So, I mean, that's why this is classified as the worst time ever that's coming to this earth. And when you examine or you scrutinize these different Hebrew Israelite groups, no one else is talking about it. It's as if Jacob's trouble is irrelevant. The only people that's, you know, bringing it to mind, you know, are the Lord's prophets, man, the men that he sent, you know? But now that's it, bro.
yeah.
Yeah, I had a point I wanted to bring out, pursuing going back to Ecclesiastes, Sirach 10:4, the Most High will set up one that is profitable. You have to be an asset to the business. So Yahweh Shai is going to be in the power seat of existence. He's going to be an asset. So with the laws, statutes, and commandments, that's his strategy book. But it's going to engender righteousness in the earth. He said, he's going to set up one that is profitable. Because right now, the kings of the earth, they're not profitable to the earth. You know? So Yahweh Shai is going to be a profitable leader to the earth, man.
Everything is going back to, as you always say, primitive.
Yep.
You know, everything is going back to primitive. People are leaving their natural purpose, you know, and just primitive, man, just moving off lust, man.
Yep.
You know, and that ain't how society is supposed to be ran, man. It's order, all right? It's supposed to be established in the earth. Okay?
All right, back in Zephaniah 2, verse 6, and the seacoast shall be dwelling, and cottages for shepherds, and flocks, folds for flocks. And the coast shall be from the remnant of the house of Judah.
For the remnant of the house of Judah, man. Okay, ultimately, the elect. Okay?
It's showing how the elect going back first.
Yep.
They shall feed thereupon in the houses of Ashkelon, shall they lie down in the evening, for the Lord their God will visit them and turn away their captives.
Yeah, that's going to be our rest. Okay, that's a position of rest. And then let's talk about the land with giving forth their abundance. Like Ezekiel 36. When you get there, bro. Ezekiel 36 starting 4. And I'm going to keep reading.
Okay. Verse 8, he said, I have heard the reproach of Moab
Yep.
and the revealing of the children of Ammon.
Yeah, because these Moabites are on the front line when we saw with the New World Order agenda. You know, that's why you see pretty much Moab or over there in China, they're pretty much the prototype of this digital system that Esau wants to roll out throughout the earth. Man.
Social credit.
Yeah, social credit, all right, the digital ID, all these different things, okay? That's why Moab is ahead of the curve, because Moab is already, you know, a communist, you know, system where the citizens don't have the laws and privileges that these Americans got, man. And that's why it's gonna get real bloody in America, because these citizens are so used to these rights and these privileges, man. You know, go ahead.
Whereby they have reproached my people
Yep.
and magnified themselves against their border.
Yep, because all these heathens, okay, they are able to what? Rule the earth, all right, in this conglomerate under Esau Edom, as long as they keep these people down on the tribe, on the side, man. Tribes, man. Okay? That's the whole big play of this world system, to keep the tribes down, and the heathen are able to rule as they please, man. Beginning with Esau Edom. Okay? That's why it's a world war being configured. All right, so Yahweh Shah can come and dominate these militaries of the earth, destroy these militaries of the earth, man, all in one play. You know, hey, the Lord really, when you go into the Middle East, like the Lord, He's gathering, you know, like you gather sticks for the fire. Well, that's what the Lord is doing with these militaries, man. He's gathering them to burn them, man. Okay, go ahead.
Therefore, as I live, says the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua of the host, the powers of Israel, surely Moab shall be as Sodom, and the children of Ammon as Gomorrah.
Yep, the destruction. Because see, China gonna get hit with missiles. They're not gonna be completely destroyed, but they gonna feel that fire of Sodom. Okay, because America gonna get some shots off. All right, but the return that's coming back to America gonna turn this bitch to a desert, man. Okay, World War III is gonna devastate the Earth's infrastructure, man. Okay, majority of nukes coming to America, but you're gonna have nukes going to other places as well, man. All right, because Russia gonna touch up the EU. EU gonna be, you know, shooting at Russia. All right, America gonna be shooting across the Pacific. You know, America got missiles in Hawaii. Okay, so it's gonna be, hey, some nations gonna get touched up, but America's gonna be a desert. You know, go ahead. Yeah.
Even the breeding of nettles
Yep.
and salt pits, and the perpetual distillation, the residue of my people shall spoil them, and the remnant of my people shall possess them.
Yeah, let's talk about possessing heathens, man. Okay, because when we come out those chariots, we're rounding up all these heathens, man. Post World War III, when we come out those chariots, man, we house shot, we're round these heathens up for spoil, man.
And new bodies.
Yeah, they being brought. It was that they should take them to their place.
Yeah.
Because they got to start in Jerusalem and build out, man. Okay, all the labor going to Israel first, man. Okay, that manual labor from these heathens going to Israel, then we're gonna scale out, man. You know? That was it on them.
One more. He says, this shall they have for their pride, because they have reproached and magnified themselves against the people of the Lord of hosts.
Yep. So these heathens have magnified themselves against who, man? The Lord's chosen people. You know? Like I say, in these councils, when they have these summits, all right, you can best believe it's a major topic. All right, it's a lot of emphasis on making sure these people stay at the bottom, man. That's how this New World Order, that's how the world system runs. And in the New World Order, they want to reduce these people as much as possible, man.
It says, this is verse 11. It says, the Lord will be terrible unto them, for he will famish all the gods of the earth. And the men shall worship him, every one from his place, even all the isles of the heathens.
Yep, because the Lord, it says the Lord shall be exalted alone in that day, man.
Yeah.
Okay? And you got it.
That's proof that Amalek are not the people.
Yeah.
You know? It's like you read the last verse here.
It says, verse 11, Zephaniah 2 and 11 says, the Lord will be terrible unto them, for he will famish all the gods of the earth.
Right, so why do you have all these different religions still? You know? Go ahead, bro.
And men shall worship him, every one from his place, even all the isles of the heathen.
Right. But then you see Amalek, now they push that Judaism mess, which really it's just the belief in the Talmud, you know. They also believe in the Kabbalah. But basically you see our God is not the only or main God being worshipped on the earth, man. So how can that be the real people in the land, man? You know? And it doesn't matter how much dirty work y'all do and how much you wickedly hire guys like vocab, you still can't make it. You can't make yourself the people. The brother was mentioning Ashdod earlier. That's a place where Judah used to dwell, you know, but it tells you in Zechariah in the prophecy, as of right now, a bastard should dwell in Ashdod, man. You know, in the gospel, according to St. Luke, it says Jerusalem shall be trodden down by the Gentiles until the times the Gentiles be fulfilled. So it's obviously heathens that's in our land in place of us right now. You know, and the whole earth is waking up to that, man. You know?
Yeah.
I got some. In Psalm chapter 2, verse 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing?
Then you go to that word rage in the Hebrew, it's ragash. One of the definitions is to conspire. Okay? Conspire with inspiration. Okay? And these nations conspire together to do what, man? Okay? To keep this system, current system going, except now they want to digitalize it so they can have more control. Because Esau wants to forward his empire and he wants to forward our captivity, man. That's a vain thing because, hey, the Lord said, hey, comfort ye my people, let them know that what? Our warfare is accomplished, man.
That's right, bro.
Okay, the Lord ain't got us in this position forever, man. This is temporal. Okay? What did King David say? Without anger endure forever. You
Right,
know?
yeah.
It's like, nah, man, eventually the Lord's gonna have mercy on his people, man. So the heathen are imagining the vain thing, man, with all these conspiring against these people, man. Yes.
Now, so what makes it vain is that it's not written.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Like, you were meant to come this far, but everything else is not written to happen for you, man.
I'm going to read that in the NLT. It said, why are the nations so angry? Why do they waste their time with futile plans?
Yeah, with futile plans. Okay, this whole C-HIP, this whole digital system, this whole earth being ran by AI, okay, and people, you know, worshiping pretty much. Esau wants to do away with the Most High in the earth, man. He wants to do away with Yahushua. He wants to do away with the concept of an Israelite, man. He wants a completely satanic society in the earth, man. Okay, that's why you see the closer they get to the digital system, the more lewdness that they're opening up in the earth, man. Okay?
The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying,
Yep. And the kings of the earth are these elite banking families and these other elite heathens that are in the circles or in the councils of those banking families, man. Because they have the earth in subjugation due to debt. They got whole nations that are in debt to them. Okay? But the scripture say that the borrower is subject to the lender. And that's how these banking families rule. They're the kings of the earth, man. These governments are subjugated to their agenda, man. That's why you have all these presidents come into office, but the agenda stayed the same. Okay? You got it, bro.
it said, let us break their bands asunder and cast their cords from us.
Yep. And they want to do, see, Esau wants to do away with any form of righteousness, man. Because see, the law is like bands unto him. Because the law doesn't allow him to be wicked. Okay? So he wants to do away with it, man. That's why you always going to the liberty to do what? To be wicked. That's why he wants to do away with the Bible. He wants to do away with the concept of Israel, the concept of a higher power. Okay? Because it's a restraint on his wicked ass, man. You know?
He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision.
Yeah, a laughing stock. And you see, and you look at Esau Edom now, like when you in the know, like you're like, what is this nigga doing, man? Nigga tacky as hell, man.
Yeah, even last night they mentioned the chemtrails.
Yeah. They mentioned the chemtrails during the boxing match, man. You know? You're like, what is this nigga doing, man? The false flags are getting terrible.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, it's like, what is this nigga doing? These different, what you call them, propagandas. You can see through the propaganda. It's like, he a joke now, man, what he's trying to do. And the people that, you know, still believe it, those are people whom the Lord has given over to this man.
Like they say this, he's so petty that if he puts out a false flag or some type of propaganda, something happens, right?
Yeah.
If there's a video challenging it, then that video get a strike, it'll get taken down.
Yeah.
You say anything about any of his industries that currently exist, you get a strike, your whole 3-hour live stream get taken down. Because you challenge his narrative.
Or you can just let a video play that he made.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
you know,
right.
And go into it. It's like, man, this your video. Like, like you said, that's the pettiness of it, man.
Petty, man.
You know, you got real.
And then shall he speak unto them in his wrath, and vex them in his sore displeasure.
Yep, and that's going to be through war. And he going to call World War III, and that's going to be the scene. That's going to be the scene where Yahweh Shai appeared. Matter of fact, what is it? Get that Revelation 11:14. You got real.
He said, yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion.
And that's Yahweh Shai, his son. Okay? So he said he's going to vex him in his sore displeasure. That's going to be in war. Yahweh Shai coming to make war. And after the war, Yahweh Shai is going to establish a righteous kingdom in the earth, man, in which we're fighting to be joint heirs of it, man. You guys got to get that.
This is Revelations 11:14.
Yep.
The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe come quickly.
Yeah, the third war, all right, third war, which is the third world's war. The second world war is past, okay, in which America was established as a superpower in the earth after that, man. All right, during the Bretton Woods Agreement, you know, when the dollar was made the world reserve currency, okay. So leading up into this third world's war, all right, this is when Yahweh Shai is going to enter the scene, man. Okay, going back to the Psalm chapter 2, verse 6. Okay, he's going to vex them in his displeasure, man, through Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
And the servants and the seventh angel sounded, and there were great voices in heaven saying, the kingdom of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord.
Yeah, the kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord. And that's really the fulfillment of Jacob holding Esau's heel. Okay? Because the foot of a man is what? The end of a man. See, Esau's kingdom had to be birthed first. Hence what? The Renaissance. That was Esau coming out the womb first with his blessing from Isaac, man, the fatness of the earth. Because when he came out during the Renaissance, that's when he really went into the whole earth conquering, man. Going across oceans and, you know, conquering. Because they conquered the tribes first. Well, hell, the British, they went and conquer Moab, they went and conquer Elam in India, okay? That nigga went and got that blessing from Isaac during the Renaissance period, is representing him coming out the womb first.
He did.
Yeah, he did. And now, hey, the hand coming out the womb now, man. Okay?
Because ultimately, this is really all set up to lead you into making war with Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
And brother had said, because you Revelation 20, you go out to the sea of the nations, on the four quarters of the earth. But because it all pretty much led up to this point where you about to have a third woe. World War III, which Yahweh Shai, he's come back in the midst, basically to pin y'all against each other, man.
Yep.
It's like you did the tribes. You had a term that's called divide and conquer. And to this day, that works on Jake. You had a Willie Lynch letter. Every Jake know about that. And they all really written for Benjamin, which are down there in the islands. But the same tactic was used on Judah and other tribes in America, man. You know, but the Lord gonna use that same strategy on you. You know, and it's actually started right now. Beloved Pastor Tahar, he was speaking on NATO and the EU nations. Basically, they're starting to hate the whore.
Yep.
You know,
Some of them starting to side with Russia, you know, like French, Germany. You know, but like it makes more sense that we be with Russia, man. Economically, militarily, it makes more sense for us to be with Russia, man, because they in close proximity to Russia, so it's cheaper oil, and then it wouldn't benefit them to start a war with Russia with them being that close to Russia, man. Okay, while America over here chilling, man. So like shit, we better off being with Russia, man. That's that, like you say, the divide and conquer, man. You know.
I got one too.
Okay. You finished up?
No, let me finish it out. It said the kingdom of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord and of Yahweh Shai, and he shall reign forever and ever.
Yeah, and that represents the saints taking the kingdom. Because the kingdom is translated, Esau at the end of the word, Jacob at the beginning. That's why Yahweh Shai came out of Jacob with children. Okay? That's going to be the transfer of powers. Okay? And that's how all kingdoms work. They transfer from nation to the next nation, man. Okay? So it's like to their birth. See, right now, like I said, we at the ankle. You know, then at the Esau, you know, he at the ankle of his kingdom, man. Their foot coming out with their hand wrapped around their foot, man. Okay, we got this nigga at the end. At the end of his kingdom, we got this nigga, man.
On his heel.
Yeah, we got this nigga, man. we done grab hold of this nigga, man. You got it, brother.
St. John chapter 16, verse 20. Verily, verily, I say unto you, that ye shall weep and lament, but the world shall rejoice. And ye shall be sorrowful, but your sorrow shall be turned into joy.
Yeah, so within this man's kingdom, you know, we've been weeping and lamenting. Okay? Within his age, as a people, we've been weeping and lamenting, man. But now our sorrow is being turned to joy. Why? Because our rulership is about to be birthed into the earth. Go ahead. That's why he's going to make the announcement. That's back to 2
The woman, when she is in travail, have sorrow,
Yep.
but because her hour is come.
Yep. The woman in travail have sorrow. The birth pains, man. Okay? And right now we're going through the birth pains, okay, until our kingdom be born in the earth, man. Go ahead.
But as soon as she is delivered of the child,
Yep.
she remember no more the anguish for joy that a man is born into the world.
Yeah, what the scriptures say how, you know, the new heaven and new earth and former shall not be removed. We're not going to remember the uncomforts of this kingdom when we're in our kingdom, man. We're not, you know, there's not even going to be a topic, man, because we're going to be so on, man. Yep. And our kingdom is birthed into the earth, man. You know?
Going back to divide and conquer. All right, Obadiah chapter 1, verse 7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border.
Yep.
The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee.
Yep.
There is none understanding in him.
It says they that eat their bread have laid a wound under them, man. Eating their bread, that's the economic alliance, okay, of these EU nations with America, man. Okay? Because all their economies are tied into each other, man. Okay? The European economic agreement that they have, man. Okay? But those same nations that are linked to America economically are against us, are turning against this place militarily, man. Okay? And that's prophecy, man. And we finna see that play out. And that's part of what? Those birth pains, man. Okay? Because it's gonna get very uncomfortable at the end of this man's empire and the beginning of ours, man.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
It's basically the birth of a nation. You know? Which he goes more into detail in that when you read in the book of the prophet Isaiah. You know, because it says, who have heard such things shall a nation be born at once. For as soon as Zion travailed, she brought forth her son. So, like brother said, we got to go through the uncomfortable part, you know, in order to come out on the other side. Because once we come up out of here, we're coming up out of here with new bodies, man.
Yeah.
You know, so like the Lord, he really like it's like really like a new nation. Just like when he brought us out of Egypt.
Yeah.
You know?
And then spirit like you went through that water, like that birthing now.
Mm-hmm.
You know? You got it, bro.
All right,
You still got that song?
Can I get that in the NLT, what he just read? It's Obadiah chapter 1, verse 7. It said, all your allies will turn against you.
Yeah.
They will help chase you from your land. They will promise you peace by plotting to deceive and destroy you.
Yeah, you gotta understand that these EU nations suffer based off of decisions made by America. You know, when you watch the news, they talk about America making these unilateral decisions, which means they make, because America, going back to the horde and what, rise the beast, which means she's in control, okay? That's why America is able to make these independent decisions with America benefit, but them nations are suffering, man. You know, you got, bro.
Your trusted friends will set traps for you,
Yep.
and you won't even know about it.
You won't even know about it. You see? Because America is so pompous, all right, to the point that you got documentaries out there that say America can go to war with the earth. You know, you got certain Edomites to put these documentaries out like America can go to war with the earth, man. You know? So these pompous ass Americans, they think, you know, that they have the might to take on the earth, man. Okay? But their pride blinds you, man. Okay? Their pride will blind you to the fact that you can be defeated, man. Okay, go ahead.
All right, 2nd Ezra chapter 16, beginning at verse 37.
Yep.
Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack,
Yep.
as when a woman with son in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb.
Yeah, that's pretty much gonna be Jacob's trouble, man. It's gonna be you know, like the woman going into labor, you know, to bring forth a new empire, man. It get real intense, you know, before the actual, you know, child comes out, man.
You know, contractions.
Yep. Because then, when the woman get ready to have birth, their contraction, hey, that's her opening up. You know, that's why she gotta keep contracting to open up to be ready to deliver, man. And this is what these times is doing, man. It's opening this place up, man, for our rulership, man.
Yeah, Edom, they call it thinning the veil.
Yep.
You know, they say within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains when the son cometh forth, they slack not a moment.
Slack not a moment. So when this thing gets to the point to where we're not able to teach and, you know, you can't keep up with the current events anymore because it's so chaotic and sporadic, all right, we in that time, man. All right?
Right.
You got
Now, if I can add, it's like it said, it's what the scriptures going to when the affliction of Zion is fulfilled. So at the same time, Zion is the one going to be, you know what I'm saying? We're going to be going through that Jacob's trouble at the same time. Esau kingdom coming to an end, so he going to be coming. So the affliction going to be coming to us, you know. But that child going to be ready to come forth, which is the Howard Shah, you know, which is our king. You got it, bro.
just like the brother said, because what Apostle Paul said, much tribulation shall be entered into the kingdom.
That's it.
You know?
It's like a recycle of what happened in the book of Matthew. All right, because we was already under Herod, or under oppression, so to speak. But Yahweh Shah was born to be our deliverer.
Yeah.
But then now in the time of Jacob's trouble, all right, Herod is about to be after us again, but a deliverer is about to come forth.
Yeah.
This time coming to deliver us.
Yeah.
First he came to spiritually to deliver us from our own transgressions. Now he's about to deliver us from Herod, basically.
Hey, that's a spirit, because when you talk about how shot coming, what it say? The heaven open up.
Yep. Y'all, the spirit had y'all to go into the other side. That's like the womb
Yeah,
opening.
the matrix.
Yeah, man, come on, man. Which makes us go back to mother.
Yeah.
All right, verse 39. Even so, shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side.
There's sorrows on every side. Okay? So we're going to see a suffering, all right, in the earth that has never been before, man. Okay? Because this is the end of every heathen rulership, man. Esau is the last heathen, all right, to have a rulership in the earth. Okay? And the punishment that's coming to the earth is going to be beyond anything, because the earth has never been this rebellion against Yahweh Shah. Okay? That's why you got Psalm 2nd chapter. You still got that book? Yeah, read that. Because you got with Psalm the 2nd chapter, got that terminology to say how, you know, in the movies they'll show the end in the beginning.
Reverse chronology.
Yeah, reverse chronology. Psalms 2 is like that. Because you gotta imagine the elites having councils, okay, about the New World Order, about the Sea Hill, about what they want to do to the tribes, okay, the satanic empire they want to bring to the earth, okay. The movie starts there, okay. It's showing you the end, and then it'll jump back all the way to the beginning with Yahweh Shah, with the Most High Yahweh Shah. Go ahead.
Verse 7, I would declare the decree The Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai has said unto me, Thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee.
So we go all the way back to when the Most High brought forth Yahushua, because it went to the elites and their councils, okay, what they were speaking of, and then it went to World War III. I will vex them with my sword displeasure. So you see a war, okay, and then you see Yahushua, all right, on the throne, okay, but then it goes back to the beginning.
Because he was created for that very purpose.
He was created for that purpose.
You know, you read in Daniel 7. Like that's why his heavenly Father brought him forth to give him everything, man. You know?
Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance.
There you go.
And we waiting on that.
Yeah.
I mean, we waiting to inherit people, man.
That's the promotion.
That's the promotion, man. We're waiting to inherit the nations, man. All the stuff you need done that you do, now you're gonna have somebody else do it for you.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, minuscule shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I was talking about that earlier. You know, believing like a lot of our women through, you know, but you do have, you know, women that's trying.
Yeah.
But the nature of the woman, she particularly, because really our women supposed to have handmaids, man. You know? And them handmaids supposed to know our woman back and forth like our woman know us back and forth, man. But you gotta inherit the heathens for that, man.
That's gonna be their Siri.
Yeah.
Or Alexa.
Because
man.
our women are royal.
Yeah.
They're your helpmeet. They're under you, but she needs heathen women under her. You know,
It's the order.
because when Jacob inherited those daughters, Leah and Rachel, they came with handmaids.
Handmaids.
You know, that's how the other sons got born.
Even when Isaac, when Abraham's servant went to go get Rebecca, Rebecca came with some nurses. You know, she had nurses. You know.
Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thy inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession.
The uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. And that's why Abraham was given that promise. Okay? The king shall come out of thy bowels. Okay? In order for king to come out of thy loins, it means you have to be in power. Okay? So he promised Abraham a dynasty, man.
Yeah.
Through Isaac, through Jacob, and then through Jacob, who you had, the 12 tribes, man.
Yeah, because it's an eternal inheritance. That the promise, you know, and Amalek knows that.
Yeah.
That's why they in our land. Because here it is, we at the end of their rulership, they can really pretend to be anybody else, and they do that too. But who they mainly want to be, because being us come with that, you know, an eternal inheritance, man. It's in Proverbs. It says, when the rights are in authority, the people rejoice. But going back to what was said to our forefather Yaakov, Jacob, the Lord make him a nation and a company of nations. When the rights are in authority, you look that word up, authority, in Proverbs, it means in great number. So like brother said, the dynasties, you know, houses, man. Like each brother really gonna become like his own nation. That's what this comes with, you know?
And one thing that caught my eye, I was reading 2 Samuel, and King David had sons, right? And you know, he had his son, what's his, Amnon, he slept with his half-sister, his sister.
Oh, yeah.
But he had Absalom.
Yeah.
But what did Absalom do? He set up a feast with all of King David's sons. So it was second nature for a king to have multiple sons.
Yeah.
Because it said King David had 8 wives. Then it said he went out and got more wives. So, but if that conspiracy to kill Amnon, guess what? It was going to be a feast consisting of all King David's sons. Showing you that, hey man, we deal with power, we deal with numbers.
Yeah, bro.
And each of those sons had their own estates.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
We going back to that, and that make you think big.
Yep.
Like you argue about a hat, you know, they gonna argue about a hat. Like, come on, man, goddamn hat. You know, but when you think like that, you start thinking big, man. You know,
As it said, ask for the heathen for thine inheritance, their possession, and the uttermost parts of the earth.
Yeah.
So the uttermost parts of the earth, this is what we gonna possess. We possessing the whole earth. So like you saying, see, this is what the Bible do. But you got people don't understand the Bible. The Bible put the Israelite man, it puts him in that rulership mentality. It puts you in a king mentality, man. You know, and this is this is why the pastors won't, these scriptures we read, they never go into them. Because even if they just read them to the congregation and not telling their Israelites, they start to get this mentality and mind frame, a rulership mentality. You know what I'm saying? Not no equal mentality. You got a king mentality in their life. Because the Lord said he created us, made us to be above all the nations.
Yeah, but check this out, Quan. These goddamn Christian crackers, they go to church and they'll push to you this universalism, but they motherfucking ass still in their mind think they over you, man.
Right.
And they little dinner table, me and the elder went to school together. Our teacher would tell his daughter and his sons that basically that they better than us. And this same motherfucker the next day gonna teach us art. You know? They think, here it is, this Edomite supremacy catapult them above us, but now we come with a doctrine that counters that, and now they upset. But see, that's what the Lord said, man. The Lord ain't dealing with these religions, man. It's about sovereignty. You know, the Bible about sovereignty, man.
Yep. You got it, bro.
Verse, and this the Lord saying, ask, he told his son that, and then Yahweh Shah taught the 144,000 that, like, this the mission right here. You know what I'm saying? It's already declared in the heavens, but y'all gonna go out on earth and my will will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So y'all gonna go to this next dimension, a lower dimension, and show my power. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to go, it's a process of things you're gonna have to go through. You're gonna go through different lifestyles where you're gonna fall, you're gonna stumble, but you're gonna from the glory you came from, you're gonna fall all the way to the lowest point. But then you're gonna find your way back to that glory. You know what I'm saying? But then you're gonna be glorified to where you ain't gonna fall again. And this is what it's all. And this is what the Bible is, just the treasure map to show you the glory we came from and what the glory we got to get back to. And this is the time we in, because see, we got a job to do. This is our job right here, to ask the Lord this, to speak this, to manifest this. You know, we got to do. We got a job to do. You know, even though we waiting on the Lord to rise up to the prey, but what did he say? Give him no rest till he do this. So we got to speak this. We got, you know what I'm saying? We connecting with the heavens with our words of what we saying. You know, with what we doing. That's why I say we made a spectacle unto the angels and to men. Everything really relying on the 144,000 to do their job first, and then, you know, their job, they coming. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we got to be made ready. We being made ready, and then they coming. So it's a job that ain't finished yet. That, hey, we steady being elevated and amplified with the glory, you know, through the spirit of. We got a job, man. Brothers got to start really, like embracing in their mind, like the power is. We got the power. It just got to. We got to. You know what I'm saying? We got to tap into it and get into it. You know.
Go ahead, bro. Just to add, like it says in Acts, first you receive power after you receive the word. After the Spirit is upon you, and as the Spirit is really the word. So the understanding of the word, or this mystery being revealed, that's the first step into power. The second step is ownership of existence, man. But first it comes with knowledge. All right, that's why it says the desire of wisdom bringing forth the kingdom. Because we just spent the last, 300 years in darkness. The dry bone state.
Right.
So now we got the flesh on our bones, but what happens after that? Power.
Right.
You know, because really, I speak as a man, I desire power over people, over spiritual power.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. World domination.
I mean, I think that's complimentary. I love to fly. That'd be nice. But just having everything coming to you.
Right.
The gate should be open continually, man.
There's spiritual power within itself.
Yeah.
You know, I like the scripture said, as a man thinketh, so he is. Then it said, call those things as though they not, as though they were. So we really got to, this is what we claiming all of this. You know, we got it, but we got to speak it, we got to say it.
Yeah.
We got to say this and speak it and believe it for it to be manifest. That's all these scriptures is doing, is showing you how to mortify the members of this flesh, and you come from within with everything, and it's gonna be manifest.
Also, too, Yahweh gave us an example with the prodigal son. You know, how he left his fathers with all his riches. He went out in the world and enjoyed himself, and then when he came back, the father received him. You know, but who got mad? His brother. You know, because he did, you know, he felt like he shouldn't receive those riches. So, you know, in the same way with the talents, you know, one that goes for the wages, you know, those that come in at the end, you know, get paid the same wages those that's been doing it for years.
And going back to when Yahushua first came on the scene and left and started the apostleship, you know, the jakes that were scattered had acculturated into the way of the Grecians.
Yeah, cause that man with that proverb or
Yeah.
that parable.
Yeah. Product. So we was under the Greco-Roman state.
Yeah.
So the Jews that never left Jerusalem, they was always traditional. They always kept the laws, but they look at the Israelites that had been scattered off like, you know, these niggas.
Yeah, they didn't want them to have part of the inheritance.
Right, because they would still keep the laws. We have to come to Jerusalem to keep the high holy days. But they probably came to Jerusalem with tattoos, bald hair,
Yeah.
you know, speaking Greek.
Right.
So, but guess what? We're the prodigal son.
Yeah, that's sensitive.
And he came back sorrowful.
Came back sorrowful.
The prodigal son. 'Cause he ain't gonna come back as a son. He like, I just be the servant.
Yeah.
You know, my father's house.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll be good. You know? And then that calf, that fatted calf, that was Yahushua that was killed for him, man.
Woo.
You know?
Right, cause we go
You got it,
ahead.
man.
Cause see, we desire, like the brother was saying, like the elder was saying, he desired to rule lordship over the people. Why? To establish righteousness in the earth. It ain't just we want the power. We ain't gonna do what Esau done with it. Esau get the power, manipulate and control wickedness. You know what I'm saying? He ain't using the power rightfully.
Yeah.
See, this is why the Lord gave us the law, statutes, and commandments. So we gonna govern the earth in righteousness, and it's gonna make everything better. It's gonna make everything in its perfect form and order.
Yeah.
Because when we talk about our people, like when we talk about rulership, oh, you won't be just like the white man. It make you know better. No, when we rule, we gonna rule in righteousness. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna rule like he ruled. You know, and the Lord just happened to chose these people on the side to do it. You know, you have to understand that this ain't nothing we made. Our people got the Bibles in their house. They go to church on Sunday. But when we start reading these scriptures about rulership, and the Lord talks about it, salvation and deliverance for a certain people, he said gonna make us kings and priests. That's talking about a people. See, they done put us in so much of a slave mentality, we don't even realize. You know what I'm saying?
They don't want it.
Right.
Jake really, Christianity really made Jake be offended at rulership.
Right. Come.
You start talking about rulership, Jake get offended, get squirm.
It's uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Right.
Goddamn.
But it's responsibility to come with it.
Yeah.
That's why the Lord set up certain men that's gonna have to take on that responsibility. You know, because the leader, you can't hide from the people. You got to be amongst the people. You got to govern. You know, you got to judge. You know, that's like Solomon.
You put your head on the line,
Right.
so to speak.
Right, and then because if you make yourself the standard, they looking, waiting on you to mess up. You know what I'm saying? You got it.
Well, that's why Esau created a projection. He projected himself as a god because he's really not a god. Like with Edomite supremacy and the illusion that everything he did was superior.
Yeah.
But a lion doesn't have to have a projection. A lion is going to be amongst the other species saying, you know, dominate.
Yeah.
The lion of the tribe of Judah.
Yeah.
You know, Esau had to create the projection that he was Oz
Yeah.
to put everybody in fear, like, ooh, a white man.
You look at the lion really be chilling.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You look at it till it's time to get down.
Yep.
You know, but for the most part, lion be chilling, be laying down. You know, they ain't got nothing to prove. You know what it is, man. And that's the mentality that the Lord is giving his men to where, you know, we're not obsessed with power for personal gain, but for the benefit of the earth. All right? Yahushua showed us that. That's why he was washing the disciples' feet. Okay? Because as a ruler, your decision making is supposed to benefit the people that you're ruling over, man. Because even the brother gonna get it. You finish that.
There's one more verse, bro.
Yep. And it's gonna link up with that.
This is Psalms chapter 2, verse 9. Thou should break them with a rod of iron.
Yep.
Thou should dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel.
Now let's read that Revelation 2 and 25.
All right, this is Revelations 2 and 25. But that which ye have already held fast till I come.
Already have.
Read it again, so like.
It says, but that which ye have already hold fast till I come.
Yep, so that which we already have, hold fast till he come. And this is Yahushua speaking to us. Okay? Because Yahushua knows what the Father has given him. And Yahushua, he became a sacrifice, so we will be, his brothers will be able to come back to their inheritance. Right? So we can rule with him.
He wasn't selfish.
Yeah, he wasn't selfish. The decision he made, because he said, well, I can call legions. but that wouldn't have benefited us. It would have got him out of the situation, but it wouldn't have benefited us. Okay? That's why I say, not my will, but thy will. You know? Go ahead.
And he that overcometh and keepeth my works
Yep.
unto the end,
Go
to him will I give power over the nations.
That's what Zaquan said he wanted.
Yeah.
Power over the nations. That means they got to submit to your authority. Okay? The Lord, when the Lord puts a nation in power, he puts the spirit on the other nations to be subjective.
Yep.
Okay?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And he shall rule them with a rod of iron,
Yep.
as the vessel of a potter shall they be broken
Yep.
to shivers,
Yep. Go ahead.
even as I received of my Father.
Even as I received of my Father. In Psalm 2. That's why he said, y'all gonna rule with a rod of iron, because even that rod of iron, that rigorous captivity we're gonna put on the nations, that's gonna benefit them in the long run, man.
Yeah, it's really mercy in the end, you know, because you know, Scripture speak about even dealing with how what Shai is coming back. Scripture speak about the wrath of the Lamb, you know, but through that wrath, you know, eventually like mercy is being set up, man.
Yeah.
You know, in healing.
Well, the scripture say, conquered our child when he is young. So when we come back into power under Yahweh's side, the nations are gonna be like little children. They're like the nations are like little bad, undisciplined sons. So that's why I said we're gonna rule them with a rod of iron. Like you said, in the process of time, they're gonna mature into the laws.
Yep.
You know, so we're gonna better them in the long run.
Yep. Like
You
the
know?
wild, like Isaiah 2 said, they're gonna come to Zion and learn the ways. That's
right.
gonna be the descendants of those first batches of heathens that get ruled with that rod of iron. They're gonna get to the point. Then they're gonna see now everything is better.
Well, you remember Timbuktu?
Yeah.
That was the center of learning
Yep.
during the Dark Ages. So everybody would come to Timbuktu to get educated.
Yep.
It showed that on the series routes. Kuta wanted to go to, I think, Timbuktu.
Yeah, it showed it.
So, right, so in the kingdom, that's going to be like Timbuktu, Jerusalem. You becoming easternized, being groomed into the ways of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. You know?
It's spiritual too, because like Jerusalem is the actual center of the earth.
That's right. You know, and that's what they call those learning places, the center of the earth. You know?
I always put a good sign over there. Redevelopment authority.
That's right. That's right.
That was it on them, bro.
Yeah, I got something for you. All right, this is in the book of Tobit, right on time. Tobit chapter 13, and beginning at verse 10. I'm gonna read 10 and 11. All right.
Okay, cool.
Give praise to the Lord, for he is good, and praise the everlasting King, that his tabernacle may be built in thee again with joy.
Woo, go ahead.
And let him make joyful there in thee those that are captives.
Woo. Those that are captives, the Lord is going to make joy in them. You got to understand, we're going to go from captivity to rulership. That's a big jump. See, in the ancient world, you will go from captives, and then eventually you will get a little sovereignty, okay? And then you become what? A vassal, okay? They'll let you do your own thing, and then eventually you become a contender, all right, to be next up, and then you will overthrow the superpower that's the superpower that's over you, okay? But the Lord is going to take us straight from captivity to rulership.
Hey, that's how Amalek did.
Yeah.
Amalek was a vassal under the Persian Empire.
yeah.
It showed that what is it? Well, they're in the Apocrypha, Esther in the Apocrypha.
Okay, yeah.
I think it mentioned that word vessel.
Yeah.
What's this guy? Agag?
Yeah.
Agag, he was a vessel under the king of Persia. But
We
who,
talking about Haman.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
But he was a
He
descendant
was
of
the
Agag.
descendant of Agag the water. But Haman was a vessel under the Persian king. And you broke it down beautifully. Because after they came to overthrow. Because after the Persians, who came into power? Right, which were really the descendants of the Macedonians, which is the descendants of Agag. They make an effort to blur that out of history, but you can put two and two together. You know?
And it calls Philip II, the father of Alexander of Macedonia. And then in the Esther, in the Apocrypha, it calls Haman of Macedonia. And I think Haman to Agag, Agag is king of Amalek.
Showing you that Philip of Macedonia is an Amalekite or Edomite. But who did he birth? Alexander, the Grecian, man. Showing that, hey, that old serpent.
Old serpent, yeah.
That old serpent, man.
All right, and it says, and love indeed forever those that are miserable. Verse 11, many nations shall come from far to the name of the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, with gifts in their hands, even gifts to the King of heaven. All generations shall praise thee with great joy.
Yeah, so the earth is going to flow into us, okay? Resources are going to flow into us,
Yeah.
and our wisdom is going to flow out.
Yeah, because that's Isaiah 60.
Yep.
Gifts in their hands.
Yep.
Huh?
Yep. You got it.
This is Revelation chapter 21. Like you say, this right straight linked up with Isaiah 60 right here. This Revelation chapter 21, starting at verse 24. And the nations of them which are saved shall walk in the light of it, and the kings of the earth do bring their glory and honor into it.
Yep. So that shows you that we're going to receive tribute from these nations, man.
Huh?
Okay? And that goes into the law. Like if a nation will make peace unto you, okay, if when you wage war against it and they want peace, then you just make them tributaries and they have to be your servants. Okay, when you go into the laws of warfare in Deuteronomy 20 chapter, you see the law, there's a law that covers everything, man. That's another thing the Christian Bible don't tell you. Like, they try to make it seem as if the law is just grievous, you know,
For the
because
Christianity.
Christianity makes it seem as the law is grievous, but no, the law gives you the protocol of how to handle the when you're a peasant, a lot of those things don't apply. You know, you're just a peasant. But the Bible, the law was made to rule the earth in righteousness.
And the gates of it should not be shut at all by day, for there should be no night there, and they shall bring the glory and honor of the nations into it.
Yep. That's going what you call worthless wealth. Okay? We're going to be in our rest, man. Okay? And everything is going to flow to us, man.
Right.
Okay? And our influence is going to be the standard of the earth, man. The Lord finna customize the earth for the Israelite man. Okay? That's what we coming into, man.
Which it makes sense, because when you go to these other nations outside of Babylon the Great, and even here, you mainly see it here. But you know, you look around the whole earth, everything's catered to Edom.
Right.
So you can leave, but it's like you went to an extension of his house. You went to another part of his house.
Okay.
But you know it's gonna be the opposite in our world, man.
Right, it's like all the nations bring their glory into Edom running stuff right
Yeah.
now. So all the nations, whatever they prosper they got, Edom benefit off it. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it is.
He just do it with a gun to their head.
And then he made the dollar the world reserve currency. So no matter where business take place across the earth, eventually it goes back to going through the dollar, you know. Last verse. And there in no wise enter into it anything that defileth, neither whatsoever worketh abomination or maketh a lie, but they which are written in the Lamb's book of life.
Israel.
Because, right, like the brother said, Israel, like the elder said, because before those scriptures, it go into the 12 gates, which go into the 12 tribes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But no, it shows when it says the nations of them which are saved, those got to be Israelites. You know, and it say that specifically. You know?
And well, with that, we hope your brothers and sisters are edified. Once again, we want to give our honor and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kabadash.
Double honors to our elder apostles and elder preachers, you great millstone Ruel. Peace and blessings, help the wonders that has to do with the elect. Abba.
Kwame
Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.